Good morning. Okay, I'm so grateful to the organization for giving me the chance to bring our work at this Congress. Thank you very much indeed. I wish to extend my gratitude to my co-authors and of course the funding entities. I apologize about my English. I know it's the language of science, but I didn't need it during more than 20 years working as a lawyer. So I will do my best to be understood, and please speak to me slowly if there are questions later. Anyway, I might still need help. As you can see, this paper deals with paleoart. In the everyday reality, a majority of works show the habitat as simple the background of the painting to position animals. In contrast, plants are most frequently painted quite vaguely. However, plants matter, and we believe it's crucial to reconsider this zoocentrism. Here, I will present the results of paleoartistic research of vegetation landscapes for the Orce Archaeological Zone, Guadix-Baza Basin in southern Spain. The time frame is between 1.6 and 1.2 million years ago during the early Pleistocene. The sites considered include Ventamicena 1, Barranco León, and Fuente Nueva 3. These are basically paleontological and archaeological sites, and one for them, Barranco León, include one of the oldest remains of the genus Homo in Western Eurasia, dating back to approximately 1.4 million years ago. The scientific background is mainly analysis of fossil pollens. The records were published in these journals. The scientific method begins with sediment extraction, then analysis in the laboratory.
Gabriela, ¿puedes poner la pantalla? Ay, perfecto.
A ver. One moment, please.
Sí, no te preocupes. Abajo, o si no, prueba con F5.
Abajo, con F5.
Sí, o mira, abajo bien, ves que tienes como un hecho de zoom.
Ahora.
Perfecto, gracias. Disculpa.
Disculpar vosotros. Sorry. The scientific method begins with sediment extraction, then analysis in the laboratory. Pollen grains are identified and counted under the microscope, followed by mathematical analysis to transfer the information from the pollen cones and generate a picture of the past vegetation. The content of this talk is part of a paper impressed in the journal Quaternary Science Advances. The artistic method involves the interaction between artists and scientists. Initially, the focus is on addressing issues related to the portrayal of the diagnostic features of plants. It's best to enhance the taxonomic power by incorporating flowers, fruits, leaves, details of plant habit, more typical coloration, etc. It's important to select those plants that have the greatest value as paleoenvironmental indicators. This work of paleofloras of the Iberian Peninsula gives a perspective to Orce and is an inspiration for the educational and outreach tasks. Some of these species are found in the rearward position, while others would be at the forefront on the area during the early Quaternary. It's a moment of climatic and ecological transition, and therefore there are relics from the tertiary period, as well as invaded from cold continental floras, plants adapted to the new glacial conditions that are episodically prevailing. This conjunction of the old with the new has been particularly exciting for us from an intellectual standpoint. This picture summarizes the main plant taxa and vegetation types in the early Pleistocene of the region. Altitudinal belts culminate in conifers and birches, about deciduous forest. Areas with deeper soils in valleys are dominated by woody flowering plants. And finally, lake and river environments and the bottom with meadows and sedges. The rhinoceros, bottom right, symbolizes the importance of a herbivore in the ecological structure of Pleistocene forest, which are more open than thought so far. This is reconstruction of a riverine environment under cold, dry climate around 1.6 million years ago. A proliferation of trees is observed in areas influenced by the water table. The xerophytic Artemisia abounds in the rocky slopes, mostly lake trees around. Here, we represent a stronghold of plant species with attention to altitudinal belts. These young species, whose current geographical position is very different from today, species that became extinct in the Iberian Peninsula in phases later than the studied, or species that had previously gone extinct at higher latitudes in the European continent. This is a way to put in color a past Mediterranean biodiversity hotspots, a place with great taxonomic and ecological disparity that have efficiently absorbed environmental impacts over the time. A place serving as engineer of terrestrial species diversity, including hominids and as refugium during phases of geophysical and climatic disruption. Here, I show a detail of the former place, including an individual of Homo and another of the grass snake, Gnathis natrix, on a branch of the tertiary relic Eucomia tree. The snake is a semi-aquatic species found in the paleontological record. The human fossil remains correspond to a milk tooth for a child of approximately 10 years old. We have taken the liberty to go against conventional wisdom. Thus, we've done female sex, smooth and dark skin, and relatively human-like features. We know that long hair would have provided an adaptive advantage in this climatic context. In addition, we evolved unhunted fishing, cannibalism, meat consumption routines, as the region was rich in edible plants. Yet, we have adopted a relaxed attitude for the woman to emphasize in inhabitants' knowledge of the ecosystems in this region. In a way, we aim to convey that the woman knows that Natrix natrix is not a venomous species. She is unarmed and not in a defensive posture. We called her the Lozana Andaluza, Andalusian Willy Woman. This is actually the title of a novel written by the Spanish cleric Francisco Delicado. We talk about a beautiful and clever woman who perfectly understands a challenging social context and survives by showing an extraordinary capacity for adaptation. It's interesting to recall that the term Lozano-Lozana, often used to refer to healthy individuals, is also used to describe green, lush, and leafy plants.
Sorry again, Gabriela, 1 minute. Un minuto.
This is an alternative suitable for whoever might like. That covers the girls, but a strawberry tree. Thank you for your attention.